the Democratic challenger or the challenger for this seat, then we can apply enough pressure to peel off one of those 3 no's, and it can be the people of Bakersfield who save Medicaid for the entire country. That's why we are here today, because we believe that we can win. And Bakersfield, I know that it can look impossible at times for these Republicans to look like they can be defeated. But it's not true. It's simply not true. And from the waitress who is now speaking to you today, I can tell you impossible is nothing. Miracles start with mustard seeds. And that is what each and every one of you here represent today. Small miracles of faith in ourselves, in each other, and in the refusal to give up. So we are here for the long haul, for the school boards and the community associations, for small business groups and town councils, for public art and gestures of inclusion, and for seats in Congress too. And we will build up from there. So you all know what that means. We must start working right now to give David Valadao the boot and replace him with a brawling Democrat who will stand up for the working people of this community. Now, beyond elections, our task is to build community, block associations, volunteer groups, church and faith organizations, PTAs, advocacy groups, because community is the most powerful building block we have to defeat authoritarianism and root out corruption. Bakersfield, this is the path to guaranteeing health care to every American, to establishing a living minimum wage, to take on skyrocketing rents and mortgages, to tackle the climate crisis and establish a country where the American dream is actually possible for all of us. So all ends where I began. We might all come from different places, but we share a lot of the same experiences. And we come from a heritage of organizing too. That's what the Lotus here represents to me.
Sorry if I hurt your ears.
That impossible is nothing. That they say people with no power can never have power. But when we organize, we can change this country. We can open those paths. Sí se puede. So to all of you who came here today unsure of whether this is where you belong, I want to say that you do. No matter if you have all the right words to say, no matter your race, religion, gender identity, or status, no matter if you disagree with me on some things, if you are willing to fight for someone you don't know, you are welcome here. If you are willing to fight for working people regardless of who they are, how they identify, or where they come from, you are welcome here. Because here everyone is valued. But we have to stand together. We cannot be tempted to turn in our neighbors or be fooled into thinking that we are really that much different than a trans kid who just wants to be accepted in school. Trick ourselves and delude ourselves into thinking that we're that much different than the dreamer striving for a better future for themselves and their family. Because hate is a trap that sinks us all. And it is standing together without exception to reject division that is the only way that we can win. So I hope that you see that this movement is not about partisan labels or purity tests, but it is about class solidarity. It's about the thousands of you today to stand here together and say our lives deserve dignity and our work deserves respect. No matter who we are or where we come from, because we are here to make a secret promise to one another. Our goal today is to commit to building the kind of country that we all deserve. And we will make that promise, to take care of one another on our worst days, and to share in the successes of our best. Thank you, Bakersfield, for welcoming me here today.